Now start RPS 2. In RPS 1, we are understanding the number of problems and relatively issues with the power system and the need of their restructuring and further improvement. Restructuring or deregulation is both terms and can have a different meaning in different countries. Means according to their style and working, they have different names in the different countries. This is because the change is essential for the betterment of power sector depends on the prevailing condition in the power sector of respective countries. Means each and every restructuring must be required for the betterment of the previous condition or existing one. Now when any country improve the system with whatever the name, their only and one aim is to improvement. Now the improvement in terms of their quality, reducing the losses and improve the power system efficiency with the help of so many productive and active participation from the different technologies. These types of work is a restructuring, or the name may be differ for each and every part in the world, but the total concept of the restructuring is the same. Further, the word betterment can be looked upon the subjectivity. For example, well-developed industrial countries can expect price to go down, and these countries can treat the change in a prices as a betterment. Means if 24 hours light is available, there is no issues with the quality of power, then they have no problem with the availability of power system, but the issue is only related with their prices. So change in prices or improvement in efficiency to reduce the prices are the betterment or a part of a betterment process. So this is the restructuring for such a kind of power system. On the other hand, the developing countries need to make radical changes in the policy and regulation such that barriers to entry the private players in the removed. The effective betterment can be looked upon form of perspective for the developing countries. So they have other issues in the power system rather than the price. The major part is availability of supply, their distribution networks, and the quality of power also is become one major problem in such kind of a countries. So in these types of countries, the betterment policy is always related with the availability of power, improve the system stability, improve the workings infrastructure with the power, and improve the quality of power also, because the reliability is always be a part of the quality of power system. If the quality is affected by the factors, then the reliability is also affected. Means that breakdown is occurs if the voltage is going to increase. So the betterment in the direction of improvement of the work and system in such a kind of a countries. Now the reason for restructuring or deregulations of power industries. The question is, what is the deregulation or the restructuring of an industry? From the name one can sense discontinuous of the framework provided by the regulation. In the other word, deregulation is about removing the control over the prices with introduction of a market players in the sector. However, this is not correct in a strict sense. Means we have to deregulate the power industry with the help of some private players in the market. Means they can generate energy, transmit the energy, and distribute the energy to the selected customer or where the load requirement is available. On behalf of the companies, they are free to decide the policies for the supply, tariff rates, and the infrastructure of a supply which are required for the power system. These types of issues are these types of strategies can be applicable even though if the power are not available in a different parts of a country or a remote location. In such areas, the private companies can directly work and they can supply the electricity to the remote area with their own decision making policies. And overnight changes in the power business framework with provision of entry to competing suppliers and subjecting prices to make interaction would not work successfully. There are certain conditions that create a conducive environment for the competition of work. Means the power industry is different than the other industry in which we cannot change anything instantly or immediate change cannot be occurs in supply side, in demand side, in the infrastructure of power and available resources. For example, if we have a plant of 300 megawatt output, if our requirement is increased up to 500 megawatt, but we are not able to meet the demand immediately with the same power plant. There are so many issues with such a kind of availabilities. Major one is infrastructure of the power system. In such a condition, the power plant have a one limitation or the maximum limit to generate the power. So beyond the limit, power plant is not able to generate the energy. So we cannot generate energy above the maximum demand. The other one, availability of raw material. If the coal-based plant is there, if the coal is not available up to certain limit, then we cannot increase the demand on the particular power plant. The another one is a transmission and distribution network. If the supply is available, load is there, but the transmission and distribution network is not available to carry such a kind of a power or the excessive power, then we are not able to meet the demand even though we have spare power and load demand also, because the structure and the capacity of particular structure is become a barrier for the load or delivering the power to the load. So the certain conditions due to which we cannot change the immediate effect or generate immediate effect on the power plant or power system. So the supply chain can't be changed with immediate effect. So this is the one particular reason why the power industry is different than the other. In other industry we can immediately change the production, the ratio of production and improve the work output and meet the load demand. In power sector If the load demand is available, all material, raw material is available, even though we are not able to immediately supply the load demand if the excessive power is there also. So this is the limitations of power industry compared to the other. This condition need to be satisfied while deregulating or restructuring the system. So these types of issues can be eliminated, not properly eliminated, but we can damp the issues by restructuring or deregulation of the system. Deregulation does not mean that the rules wasn't exist. The rules will still be there. However, a new framework would be created to operate the power industry. Means the existing rules or some other rules for the power system can be modified according to the requirement or availability of system, so we can improve the overall performance and output from the system without any administrative workload. The rules is still there, means there are some other rules, newly modified rules for the power system in a deregulated market, or we can change the existing rule for the betterment to meet the demand of a power system with affecting the load demand and continuous supply to the load. That is why the word deregulation finds its substitute like re-regulation, reforms and restructuring. Means we have to restructure the policy, the issues related with the power system, issues for the supplying the power system, their tariff rates, their supply condition, and company's policy to supply the power, and also some changes are required from the consumer side. So these types of work is called the deregulation or reforming or restructuring of a power system. In terms of these issues are implemented as a one reforming policies of power system. In this kind of policy there are so many points are covered. They are technical, economical, or the other than these two. The commonly used word in Europe is the liberalization of power industry, or these types of reforms or restructuring means the restrictions available or implemented by the government can be liberalized with the help of this liberalization policy in a power industry. Deregulation is a more popular phrase in the US, means the regulations or policies implemented in the system or in existence are maybe changed according with the requirement of new era of power system. With the help of such a kind of a deregulation, we can improve the overall performance of the power system. The competitive environment offers a good range of benefits for the customer as well as the private entities. It means that if the environment is become a competitive with the help of private entities in the power sector, means they can supply power to their customer for the other than the existing system or by adding in their existing system. It claims that some of the significant benefits of power industry irregular would include the competitive market can also be a beneficiary for the customer point of view. If there are one supplier, then they have to purchase electricity with the rate decided by the supplier. It's such a kind of a monopoly market. There is no role of a customer in deciding their load condition, their tariff rate, and their structure of a distribution. But if there are so many private parties or availability of supplier, then we can select the anyone whichever is suitable for us. But practically it's not possible, or possible with some modification in power sector industry, because the transmission and distribution networks available cannot be changed with company or modified by one to one company. So these are the some major factors that can be affect the selectivity by the customer, but we can provide them a better option of their selection and their power availability with the help of number of suppliers. From the kind of scenario, the electric prices will be go down. It is a common understanding that the competitive prices are lesser than the monopoly prices. The producer will try to sell the power at its marginal cost in a perfectly competitive environment. So in existing system, the monopoly market is there, so there is no role of customer or the price deciding factor. But with such a kind of competitive market, the price must be affected by the different competitors. That's why the electricity prices will be go down. The second point is choice for the customer. The customer will have choice for its retailer. The retailers will compete not only on the prices offered, but also the other facilities provided to the customer. This would include the better plans, better reliability, better quality, etc. So this will be choices depend on the customer, but practically it will be very harmful to select a different retailer for the different customer. But such a kind of policy can be implemented for a single line customer, or the high voltage customer can get a supply from the different companies and develop their own distribution network. These types of mobility is available in now the networking companies, but practically implement such a kind of a choice based customers is very complicated. Net generate a very complicated network in the power system. Now the customer centric services, the retailer would provide a better service than what the monopolists would do. These types of services will help the customer to improve their availability of supply and also their power quality. The retailer have some specific goal to carry the customer or to retain their customer, so they provide a better service to the customer. This will be also available in one city. If the customer are opposing the companies, then they have to change with the other ones. That's why all companies are trying to attract the customer for their providing service. Now the innovation, the regulatory process, lack of competitive market gave electric utilities no incentive to improve or take a risk on a new idea that might increase the customer value. Under deregulated environment, the electric utility will always try to innovate something for the betterment of service and turn save cost and maximize the profit. Means if the customer is satisfied with their services, then they are not demanding anything else. But in a monopoly market, the customer is not satisfied with the same company, or they have to work with their rules and regulation. But now in a competitive market, each and every company try to satisfy their customer with a different innovative ideas. So new inventions and innovation will be occur with the help of these new deregulated policies. In such kind of working environment, if any authority supply the power with some power quality of 0.1% error, then the other one offer that we have a supply of quality with 0.5% error. So these are the improvement in power quality and will be beneficiary for your equipment. So such a kind of marketing era is also occurs in the competitive market. When any company will try to improve their profit level and reduce the price, they are always trying to improve the efficiency of their overall system. For the improvement in a system, they are trying to increase efficiency of power system by a different equipment and strategies for the company. They are also trying to reduce the reactive power losses and other losses in transmission distribution line, so we can improve the power quality, their profit margin, and also reduce the cost. The other hand, the power supplier is also trying to improve the tariff rate or structure of a tariff, because they have to satisfy the customer and also maintain their leads or availability of a network. So they are providing different schemes and tariff structure to the customer, so they can work according with the tariff rate. Means sometimes the company have a load is below their generation, so excess power is wasted. In such a condition, company can offer a lower rate of tariff to the customer to earn an extra money or utilize the total power generated by the company. On the other hand, if the load is increased or peak load time, company can increase their rate. So some customers are insisted to reduce their load to cost cutting based thinking. This will also improve the company's policy and affect their 100% working equipment. Means the overall line working is near to 100%. So we can change their productivity and also the use of the overall power system. With the help of such a kind of innovative ideas and implement such a tariff policies, the overall performance of power system is increased and the total running cost, total loss is decreased in the particular power plant or a system with the same infrastructure. So the overall cost in a power system can be reduced, and this will lead to the profit of companies and reducing the tariff rate to the customer. Thank you.